Welcome to Echoes of My Imagination. My name is Tracy Lee. Sit back, relax, let me tell you a story. Today's story is called The Star Singer of Aveline, where voice became bridge and stars were not just watched, but answered. Let's get into it. Aveline was a riddle wrapped in mist and melody, an island said to float just beyond the eye's reach, only visible when sung to. Sailors swore it appeared only once each century, rising above the sea like a dream held aloft by moonlight. Its cliffs shimmered with silver moss, and its trees bloomed with glowing fruit that gave no shadow. The island was never charted, it drifted, or perhaps stayed still while the world turned wrong around it. In the heart of the isle stood the Temple of Reach, no roof, no altar, just archways carved from sea bone and clouded quartz, echoing the wind in perfect fifths and harmonic sevenths. Here, sound was structure, and in it, a child was born beneath a meteor storm, naked, crying, and already humming. They named her Aveline, a word that meant song without ending. Her mother died in labor, breath stilled on the final note of her birthing chant. Her father walked into the sea at dawn the next day, robes trailing like kelp. No body was found. She was raised by all and none. The elders of Aveline taught her scale in silence. The younger ones stayed away, afraid of the girl who never spoke but hummed storms into sleep. She did not cry, she harmonized. At 5, she sang to flowers and they glowed. At 8, she sang a storm into reversal. At 10, she sang through a stranger's memory and named their mother's final words. By 15, she had no companions but wind, gulls, and the stars that pulsed to her rhythm. But she was not lonely. She was listening. Every lunar bloom, the sky above Aveline unfurled like a spectral lotus, 10,000 stars flaring at once. It was on such a night that Aveline climbed the spiral steps of the Temple of Reach and stood in the open air. She sang a note that wasn't a note. It was a time, emotion, pattern, braided together, released without effort. It lasted 12 minutes. When it ended, light descended, not searing, but soft, humming. She rose. Suspended between sky and sea, her limbs fell open, her eyes glazed in radiance. The people below wept. When she returned to the earth, her hair was laced with silver filaments. Her voice was forever changed. She spoke only once. They remember us. And from that day forward, she sang only to the stars. Aveline became the star singer. She no longer spoke, but her voice crossed thresholds. Each dawn she walked barefoot to the temple, hair bound in constellation knots, and released a song into the sky. These songs moved ships from reefs, guided whales to birthing pools, realigned storm currents. But more than that, they soothed, they reminded. Pilgrims came across oceans, not to speak, but to hear. Her music made children weep with joy and warriors collapse with forgotten grief. Some elders swore they regained memories from lifetimes they'd never lived. Aveline sang not just melodies, but truths, layered like stars behind clouds. Each song a map, each breath a bridge. At 73, Aveline sang her final note. It began at twilight and stretched through an entire night, carried by every branch, ripple, and bell of the island. Those who heard it said it rewrote them. Old regrets vanished, forgotten names returned, lovers held each other tighter, and strangers forgave. When dawn broke, Aveline was gone. Only a single crystal feather suspended in midair remained, humming the tail end of her final song. It never stopped. To this day, sailors caught in fog say a voice hums through the mist, guiding them home. Midwives report that some newborns enter the world singing, and when people look to the stars now, they pulse, they respond, because one girl remembered the chord between earth and sky. Aveline, the star singer of Aveline, who sang so we would remember how to listen. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining me for Echoes of My Imagination. My name is Tracy Lee. Don't forget to subscribe, share, follow, and like, and I'll catch you next time.